yeah, just tell a little bit more about yourself. General. Yeah, maybe starting
Okay.
with the person above right away,
Yeah,
right?
Dread.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dread. Well, I'm Dread. I'm the support for the team. I'm kind of a flex and main support. It just depends on who's in. On certain maps, we have a weird map pool correlation. So like,
Okay.
sometimes I'm on the Juno, sometimes I'm on the Brig, sometimes someone else is on the Juno, and someone else is on the Brig. Just in case we need to swap off, because we have a BAP player who can play Juno but can't play Kiri, and a Brig player who can play Kiri but can't play BAP. So it just like it really depends on maps. But yeah, that's me.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Anything else you do for the team as well? Maybe in terms of
Um,
communication, anything?
yes, I'll be
Mm-hmm.
Ultrac and Fight Plan. And then we have another person shot calling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ultrac planning. Okay, perfect. Yeah, can continue Flux. Yeah, am I pronouncing it correctly, I guess?
Yeah, no, you got it. It's
I
just
probably-
like, you know,
okay.
Sigma's ult. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm Flux. I'm like a sub tank, I guess. And basically usually I run like a lot of like the kind of brawl tanks. I think play a lot of Flashpoint.
Hmm.
Stuff like that. I play a lot of like, Orisa, Queen, Ram, sometimes Sig. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sure. Anything else you do for the team as well? Maybe it's well, since you tank, probably just something related to the fight plan, just leadership overall, or yeah.
Yeah, just like, loose fight planning, help track ults, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, sounds good. What about Grace?
Hello, I'm Grace. I am a support player. I usually play Kiriko or Brig.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really do too much shot calling. Sometimes I'm a little bit more vocal, but I'm usually not that much into it. So
Sure, sure. Okay, yeah, that's completely fine. Okay. Yeah. Next person, Max. If I'm, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Sorry
I'm
to
the main.
interrupt. Oh,
Oh,
Yodi's in waiting for coach.
Okay,
By the
got
way.
him. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, here we go.
Yo, Yodi, we're just doing
Hello.
presentations right now. So I'm Max. Yodi,
Okay.
I'm Max.
Oh, my it's not working. Alright.
I'm Max. I'm the main tank. I mostly play tank for the team.
Mhm.
I play everything that isn't push and flashpoint. I'm very vocal. I do a lot of like the fight planning. I do a lot of the macro too. Like I basically help with coaching. Like I choose what comps we're gonna run, why we run them, and then like what angles we want to hold on defaults and stuff like that. I have probably the most experience on the team. I've been Faceit League, Open. I've done OWCS. But yeah.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Yeah. And we got not Ethan. Yeah.
I'm Ethan, and I'm the DPS, and I guess I'm the flex DPS for the team,
Mhm.
and I'm put on Major.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys mostly a brawl team, right?
That's not true. That's not true.
It's true.
It's a bit of brawl and dive. We do play some poke, but it's really only in like circuit, the maps where you kind of have to.
Sure.
Yeah. We mostly play meta on most maps, but we do have like some flexibility, like depending on hero pools. Like for example, Juno is busted right now, so there's not like a map that we don't run Juno
Okay.
unless we're playing like Anna Brig or something. But like we flex around like whoever's in. So for example, if Flux is in and I'm not in, we'll most likely play Queen and Orisa. And we won't force a dive, because I mean, if he doesn't play Monkey or Ball or something like that, we're not gonna force it, So
Makes
we
sense.
kind of flex around whoever is in the map.
Okay, okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, we can continue. Well, Ethan, yeah, you in the May jail. Yeah, that's that's that's
Yep.
okay.
Every map.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, anything else you do for the team just in terms of communication and maybe fight plan and this sort of stuff?
I think I normally I just call whoever's like half HP in the fight.
Yeah, so it's mostly target call, stuff like that.
Yeah, like Ethan's our
Yeah.
go button. If he finds somebody and then like I say, all right, dash in, and then like if we're on Genji, I should say, Ethan's kind of like our go button.
Nice. Okay.
He's the
Perfect.
eyes.
Okay, good. And we got Tunnel Killer. Yeah.
Howdy.
Yeah.
I'm the hit scan player. I have years and years of competitive experience, but not on Overwatch. I have more hours on an aim trainer than I have on Overwatch, but I've been top 500 in almost every competitive aiming shooter.
Mhm.
But I just kind of kill things, and they tell me where to shoot.
Yeah, just shoot them in the head. Yeah. See. So it's
Yeah.
mostly your pool is, from what I see, it's probably Cass and Widow, or
I can play Tracer. Usually Ethan's on Tracer.
Mhm.
I'm usually like Cass, Widow, Ashe. I play a lot of Ashe. Not recently as much because Kree's a little better, but
Hmm.
I play a lot of Ashe. My favorite character is Widow, but I can't play him on most maps. But on the Widow maps, we never lose.
I have.
almost every time.
I don't let him play Widow on every map. If not, it would be horrible.
Okay.
I one trick Widow in comp, and I got to like Masters 1. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, that's
That's
pretty.
not true. That's not true.
That is pretty impressive. One tricking Widow to Masters
He
1.
loses
Not
against
gonna lie.
Maze.
First,
Okay,
because you
anyone
only
there's not
want
a
to know
May
the
player.
angle.
I hate
Yeah.
Maze.
Okay. Well, the last person here, Yori. If they,
Yo,
yeah.
I'm like the hit scan only support player. Like I'm like a few steps down from Tonal. I have like maybe a quarter of his hours in aim training, but I have like 500 in Kovacs and like 300 in aim labs. And I really only just play the game because I like the like aiming mechanics and stuff. And I was able to hit top 500 BAP only in like season 4 or something. Not
Oh.
too many games. It was pretty like you probably look at it, you say, "Oh, this kid's fucking boosted." But regardless, it was solo queue,
All right.
and like that is kind of like my thing. Like BAP,
Yeah,
Juno.
we duo support to GM2, I think. Me and
Yeah,
Yuri.
that is true. Me and Dredd did get the GM2 just duoing. But yeah, like I really only played like BAP and Juno, and I can play any other like support, like effectively. It's just a matter of personal enjoyment. Like if the comp call is Lucio Brig, throw Budgie in there. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather like sit out. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's kind of my gameplay.
Okay, yeah, I think I have a good picture of what you guys just in general as a team. Yeah, obviously we'll see during the gameplay and just what we can discuss more, but I think, well, what we can focus on today, and just for me to quickly go over what we want to do. I think for me it's really important to not exactly tell what you guys have to do strictly. Yeah, maybe what you have to just exactly tell to maybe Windows maps. I think we have a few codes we can go over, but actually my main goal is to make sure I'm helpful. Like, I can help you guys to figure out what you can do as a team in order to be better and successful in general. So yeah, really, if there's gonna be a lot of discussion, this is perfect, and you guys can figure the stuff out just to actively go asking questions. And I guess I'm gonna mainly just lead conversation towards probably starting with planning. I think is going to be really good, and we'll see how it affects your positioning as your team composition. And yeah, we'll go from there and see maybe if there's anything else we can discuss as well. But yeah, does that sounds good with you guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Where are you from?
Well,
What's your accent?
Well, I was born in Russia, but then I moved to other country, and I've been living, well, it's been some time Norway, Germany, and such. So yeah, I might have an
Goodness.
interesting accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's fine though. Well, what kind of map you guys want me to start with?
Honestly, we started on Lijiang, I think the matches we sent you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would want to look. I mean, I didn't play. The maps we lost were
New Junk,
Junkertown,
New
New
Queen,
Queen. Oh yeah, New Junk, New Queens,
and Circuit.
and Circuit.
Yeah.
And those
Mhm,
were the ones we struggled the
mhm.
most on.
Yeah.
Um,
Sure. Do
So,
you
New
want?
Junk is like a constant one that we struggle with, so we might want to.
Yeah, which one? New Junk is a
New
constant
Junk, yeah,
struggle.
that's
for
a
sure,
constant
for
struggle
sure.
for us because
Yeah.
we think no one's gonna pick it, and then they pick it.
We're
Yeah,
really bad against
literally every
dive.
time.
Okay, then let's go with this map first of all, and we should have enough time to also go over other maps too. I think, yeah, should be okay.
how long is the session?
Sorry, you
How
mentioned.
long did we book for?
Oh, I think it's just 1 hour 30 minutes, so we have we
Okay.
have plenty of time. Yeah, 1 hour 20 minutes at least. I can stay slightly over time as well. I got another session just in 2 hours, so should be okay. Should be all right. Okay, I'm gonna screen share and yeah, here we go. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions and let's have a discussion. Let's see what you guys can be doing better doing those maps. Starting with Junk City, we got okay. So first of all, can you guys see the stream just fine? Is it working for
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
you? Okay. And this is your usual Brawl composition, this sort of stuff? or-
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There
We
was like
sometimes change the May for Tracer, but that's the only
Mhm.
difference we
there
would
was like
make, or
slight
Genji.
confusion because season 13 just came out, so we weren't sure how good Brig was gonna be. We did run at this map, but like this was day of patch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we were just kind of playing it safe with what we picked.
We also
Mm,
traded
mhm,
like usually we play like Ram Queen here, but we also traded
Yeah.
that for Orisa.
mhm,
Because
mhm,
yeah, patch day one.
Yeah.
Ram Queen. Okay, sure. And the Brig is not usual pick again. It's just you guys experimenting, or
I think
No,
actually
we
do
usually
run
go Brig.
here.
usually go Brig.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I
This
get it right.
the supports are default, and the tank and DPS we can change a bit sometimes,
Mhm.
but the supports are default. We usually go Orisa here, Orisa or Queen, and then we usually have a hit scan if we go Brawl, and then if we go Dive, we go like Tracer Genji. It just depends on what comp the enemy team's running, but this is what we default to, like coming out of spawn.
Sure. Sounds good to me. Well, by looking at this, because you guys run, well, it's this sort of composition. Do you have any sort of goal in mind? How do you guys win? Let's put it simple. What are you looking for in general? Anything big
Looking
to play around?
yeah, it's either this cast stun onto Venture would be my guess, or wall off on tank and then Juno ring into the wall.
So main cooldowns you play around is maybe your ring, I think, yeah, enables to brawl pretty well. Maybe it's also a May wall, I think, can separate people, or we can just easily try to push certain angle. Yeah. Sometimes you can also wall off anything what is being aggressive, like more poke angles in a way. Yeah, maybe somebody is dealing a lot of damage, you can wall them off and just run the rest of the enemies over. But yeah, I think mainly those two cooldowns here, and let's see how the fight plays out. I think it's gonna be really important. Honestly, with the most of the teams, it's really important to be on the same page. Make sure you solve the planning first of all, I think, and that what allows you to synchronize the pressure together. Of course, we cannot hear the communication exactly, but it's fine. We can just see what you guys do, generally speaking, as a team, how you guys synchronize in the pressure here, and yeah. Your composition overall, what are you guys stronger at versus this enemies here, the enemy comp?
Surviving the speed, just like just absorbing the not exactly dive, but the rush.
So, so to speak, your main goal is to absorb the pressure and then try to punish them after. That's what you're looking for. Okay, yeah. I would agree, to be honest. Your composition is also, if you compare the tempo, the pace, you definitely have to kind of but live the engagement, the initial engagement a little bit, and then later you can look to do your own stuff with it's either speed boost or your wall angle, I think especially. Yeah, let's just see what you guys do. So there's some pull going on. Yeah, we just setting up. Okay, look, they look into kite you, and now there's a push. Okay, there's a push, losing some of the HP on Orisa, but then walling off this main angle here. Sure. Okay, let's see how it plays out later. I can actually switch to POV of Orisa here. Okay. Okay. So the first fight works relatively well. Okay. Interesting to see what you guys gonna be struggling with. What's your thoughts in general? What do you guys struggle with in here versus their composition?
Libby.
I didn't. Yeah, I think they went too fast, and we weren't prepared on them going fast. And a lot of times,
Mhm.
we were either playing like too scared, or we weren't set up properly to be able to absorb their like shout engage, stuff like that. You know.
I remember one thing I kind of struggled with here. It was like I know a lot. Like in that first fight, I kind of like went back and forth a little bit. Like I was kind of unsure when to go in. I don't know. I'm not really. A lot of times, like I kind of don't really know when to kind of commit. Because obviously there were a lot of times where I could have commit, like watching it back. But it's kind of hard for me to like
In the moment.
realize that in the moment. Yeah. Because like I don't want to like int into like a 5-man team and then die. I need to make sure like everyone's kind of ready to commit with me.
Exactly. Yeah, being on the same page there. Sure. Okay. So the first fight went relatively well. It's gonna be interesting. Just in here, yeah. When they start the push, you look at to punish them with a wall, going after the Chunka Queen. Okay. And then there's an ultimate, the Juno. Okay. Sure. Okay. Just wonder what's gonna happen later. What's gonna cause an issue. We're gonna watch just one more fight, and then we can talk about a few things there, probably a little bit more in detail. Okay. So the struggle, is it gonna start now or wonder? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is.
I
the
thought
fight
it
we
was
need.
that was on me. I thought I heard them going under. I don't know why, but
Yeah. What happened to
But-
Bechki? Did they just get caught out on the rotate?
yeah.
I think she got knifed, or she was in, or so she didn't see Ken backing or something.
Let me see.
I
What
just
was
got
your
tripped up with the audio.
What was your planning here, guys? What have you been looking for in general, though?
I think the call was to look for Blizz on their walk-in to deny it.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard Kim say they're going under, so that's why I started going backwards.
So it's kind of
There is one under. That's rough. Yeah.
starting the rotation. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why the pressure. You guys been
And then-
desynchronized. Yeah. Anything else?
No.
Okay. You can just play it out. I'm thinking. Because if they make this rotation, okay, let's just say if they make this rotation actually, and they start going towards the point, yeah, I'm thinking if this happens, how can you guys be on the same page still while being able to punish them? Yeah, like make sure, because here you definitely have to change the plan, right? You can never ult the choke here anymore. So it's just how do you rotate together? How can you communicate this?
Maybe the call is just to keep holding this angle, and if they do go under, let them swap, but then just regroup and play off high ground for a better Blizz.
Because this is what I think, even when the plan is gonna change, let's say you don't want a blizzard anymore this choke here because the location of the plan is gonna change, it's completely fine, but then make sure that in the moment you can communicate this and say, okay, if the plan is changing, what are we gonna do next? And maybe because we got some maybe open angles to work with, maybe you got the high noon setup, for example, maybe you can also still set up the blizzard too, but I'm thinking you have to find those triggers which allows you to exactly rotate together and know when to do that, because if you're on the same page in here and even stay and just don't let them go on point, I think it's completely fine, to be honest. Yeah, it's okay to stay for a little bit. Maybe even let them take point and then set up your plan later, I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay. This seems like the main struggle. Yeah, a little bit of maybe was some miscommunication as well. Yeah, some part with the communication could fix, but okay, what's gonna happen after? You got some ultimates going on there. Okay. Definitely can take their space with... Is it a Rally High Noon, I think? Okay, let's see what you do. So starting off in... Going after Junker Queen, sure. What was your plan in here, by the way? What have you been...
I don't know.
Speed ring noon. Speed ring noon on high ground and try to force point.
Speed Ring Noon... Okay, sure. Okay, good. Now, the question to you is, because your pace, okay, how you guys described it, basically, and what we agreed on is the tempo of their composition. Let's imagine this yellow, it's gonna represent their tempo, okay? They're really good, I think. They can play really fast at the initial engage, yeah? They sort of can just engage with a speed boost and try to do their own pressure, and then their value, it lowers. And then later, maybe, once they regain some power, maybe they got their speed back, for example, they also can play around the shout, but generally speaking, it looks like this sort of, their tempo, it looks like they slightly stronger at setting up the engagement right away and taking shorter fights, if I just say it, yeah, like correctly, exactly, because the engagements are more bursty and quick, so you ultimately want to try to do this, yeah, like I mentioned, when they do their own pressure, yeah, you can punish them after. You kind of want to just live through, like engagement in here, you want to try to live it through and then re-engage later, okay? Now this plan, what you described in there, if I win noon and trying to use the speed ring as well, yeah, I'm thinking your planning here, it's not allowing you to exactly comfortably kite the initial push in here. This is what I'm thinking, yeah, because they can set up their burst. You see this is happening here actually, and the Chunka Queen is gonna go in. Maybe you also expect Venture to play in sort of flankish angles too.
That's why I was worried about going bottom right. That's why I called to come main. I was afraid bottom right is just a hole for death for Venture or Genji or Queen.
Makes sense, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You have to be careful. But then even though we're going to the main, yeah, you see that burst pressure, there's a big potential for you guys to be shredded. Yeah, maybe from here the Venture can come. Maybe the Junker Queen can also come and just shred us real quick. I think this is what happens, sort of. There's some, they just been hiding and then they start going in, yeah. They start going with the shotgun, and this is also another pressure from, this is flank, yeah. This is, something you want to pay attention to. So I'm thinking, how can you live, yeah, even though you're going to the main, how can you live this initial pressure? What you can do to maybe bait the engage, maybe try to just, I don't know, just force them to make a move in a way. Is there anything you can do? Maybe it's another rotation you can take, but I'm not sure. What's your thoughts? Is this what I see the problem with? Yeah, they engage in right away. They able to still do that. Yeah, the burst value.
I guess in that case, maybe I should have said speed ring, waited for their engage, speed ringed out, waited for them to come in, and then we can look for new.
Exactly. I think this is your solution, to be honest. If you ever notice you play slower pace composition, in a way, yeah, we just, like I mentioned, absorbing initial pressure and then punishing them. Sure, I think it's fine. Well, some people call it like going second, for example. Yeah, you let them go. Yeah. Any questions? Sorry.
I was literally like, the moment he said going second, in my head I was thinking like, yeah, we need to start going second.
yeah. So it's just maybe this can be quite helpful. Yeah, and second, it's not like I don't want you to be waiting for the enemy to make a move, but be proactive. So you're going in a way, in the mindset way. You going in first and forcing them to do something, but later you prepared for their value, like again burst value in here. Can actually maybe just put this, make this graphic later and even screenshot pasted in the summary. But yeah, you gotta keep in mind that when this is happening, what do we do with our resources? Maybe sometimes it can be using the ring. I think most of the time ring is helpful, the speed boost, any sort of speed boost whenever you play any versus shorter range compositions where they want to close the gap on you. You just want to kite them a little bit more. You can maybe some make fake rotations as well. Sometimes people they fake rotate here. I'm not sure. It might be something like fake. Start pretending you rotate to here and then maybe rotate to here. So I'm thinking, yeah, just I'm gonna write it down. Yeah, how can you solve it? Yeah, fake rotation. This is one. Okay, another one is prepare for the engagement and use ring. Yes, so they engage. Okay, we kite with abilities. Okay, sure. Anything else? What comes to mind? Or
Like
I think
flip.
maybe we go in through the close room, wrap right, and go around the point instead of just going through main.
Sure,
Which
sure.
room?
So it's the same kind of fake rotation way, yeah, like positional, trying to pretend you go one way and then go another, or
Could they like totally just flip point? Like just walk through? Like as
possible.
JQ and Venture are like trying to chase them. We have more speed than them. Like all JQ has a shout. We can just like almost walk towards their main and play off that because I mean, hopefully by that point, JQ has used shit like shout,
Yeah.
or drilled, and that's when we go second.
I think where she flanked us through that door is where we should have just started walking through at the beginning of the fight and going around the point instead of just trying to face through.
The Venture or the Queen?
The Queen,
Mean,
where she flanked
Okay,
us on
so
the door
like
to the
run
right
out
inside that room
right
where we're looking
side.
at right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think
as
that's
we
the
walk
good
in,
play.
speed right side or walk right
This-
side through
Just the
here.
venture we fight if we go in that way, and then we can
I see what you're
flank
saying.
round
You can
right, and
try.
their pressure is a little less.
You can try. I think, yeah, because I like this more because you suddenly have more space to work with, and also, yeah, you can just. It's better for your high noon engage too because of the just the open sidelines. Honestly, I think either things can work. Yeah, you can try both maybe. Yeah, let's say fake rotation do not work. Yeah, maybe you try it once, see how it's going because there are always multiple solutions. There's no always like okay, you have to do this. No, you can be quite flexible. Yeah, try out what works for you guys as well. Maybe you this kind of team where you can. Oh, sorry, I just got a message from from your coach. Okay, yeah, everything's fine. You just read it through. Okay, so yeah, you can solve it through the rotation. So maybe you can solve it through just making sure you use cooldowns in a better way. But definitely, yeah, making sure they go in first and then we go in second later. Okay, because this is what seems like cause some problems here. Okay, let's keep watching. Wonder what's gonna happen later.
Yeah, we have a good engage, we get the good pick, but they just press Q.
Yeah, sure. Okay. We got the Blizzard, got the Brig, Ultimate. Okay. This is a little bit like it's different story. You have different ultimates to engage with, but what's your thoughts? What was your plan here?
I
think
don't
here-
fully remember, but you can talk, Max.
Here, I mean, from what I saw, we just wait to touch point and then everyone ended and press W.
Okay. Just touch point and go for the Blizzard, or it's just okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy, right? Because it's tough. You have to be fast, right? You have to be fast. Somebody has, you guys have to touch, and that's why Blizzard gains a little bit. It's a little bit harder to gain value as Blizzard. I'm not sure. I'm thinking because you're rotating in here, maybe, yeah. What can be helpful since we know? Okay, in this case, when you on the May because you have the Blizzard, you actually have slight more advantage when fighting those enclosed corridors now. You can maybe just
Try to blizz the Queen here.
you might do that. I think.
Okay,
possibly.
it's either that or you have your May go underneath for touch, and then anchor point, and as they rotate back point blizz, and that gives us space to walk in. That's the two things coming to my mind.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, because previous engagement there was a lot about your high noon engage as well. Yeah, making sure it's open space to work with a little bit more. But I'm also thinking, yeah, this is another variable which we talked about, which is more important even the pace. Yeah, we want them to make a move and then we do something. I think the May touching point actually sounds pretty interesting. If you can pull it off here, not sure how. Well, do you have time to actually do that here?
That's my concern. Yeah.
Because maybe a ring send them with the Juno. I'm not sure, but yeah, you might need. I don't know.
I think we talked about me touching instead of the May on this
Yeah,
one.
but then
since she
Tunnel
has ult.
couldn't do it, and so then I think, yeah, I
Can
just tried to go
can
for
be
push.
possible, yeah, because what I think, okay, because what I think in here is you want somehow still, yeah, keep the same idea going, making sure they make a move, and then later you can punish them. Maybe it's through even just getting somebody killed. Well, let's say somebody touches the point, okay, but then they use resources, they stuck in a space, and we can blizzard them, and maybe we can
Yeah,
also.
we force them to turn around at
Hmm.
least.
Yeah, yeah. This is what I think. Yeah, probably. Still keeping that in mind. But another thing is, yeah, you're really good at fighting in enclosed spaces too. So yeah, I think both, ideally combining both here would be nice. Unfortunately, you don't have enough time to touch the point properly too. It's unfortunate, but
Yeah, this
okay,
one
you
was
guys got
close.
some kills going here. Hmm. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was so
close.
close.
It was close, yeah. Okay, sure. Yeah, could that fight be won? Maybe, yeah. Maybe you can touch with just different planning, somehow making sure the Blizz engagement works a little bit better for you, but yeah. Interesting. What about this one? You don't have any well, you're close to your Juno ultimate. Okay, let's see. And also, because you guys ult track, right? Not a point which is important about the planning is what they have as well, yeah, how they gonna do their own engagement. And again, it's gonna come in probably bursty, they're gonna be fast and quick with engagement, and you have Juno ultimate. So what's your answer during this fight?
The call I said was as soon as they Kiri ult, we match with Juno and just fight. I did not know that they were that close to Queen. I thought they were about 70.
So they start Kiri ult, yeah, so they start the initial pressure, okay, and then we use Juno ultimate. Do you just kind of, do you want to do any additional kiting? What do you think? Or
Yeah, I think I actually put it in forward, but I think I should have used it backwards, just absorb and then walk in after.
because it's also, yeah, it's definitely the part of it is they have the second ultimate here. You want to be careful if they close it. It's okay. Yeah, but in here it's probably, yeah, making sure we live through this, and then later, yeah, your Juno ultimate, it should be helping you to either hold space or thinking just maybe kite a little bit more in this case because they have two ultimates available. Okay, okay.
Another problem that we tend to do is we don't play in Juno ult a lot.
Yeah,
Mm.
Like
that
with
was
Juno
interesting.
ult, we stay in it like at the beginning and then it starts moving and we don't follow it at all.
Okay, then I think the spacing, maybe, yeah, the part of it is understanding the pacing of your comp is just the pacing of, because they have something, yeah, they have bigger stuff. Okay, then it means we might give up some space, and it might solve some of the positioning as well. Like everybody, yeah, you guys can move in accordingly and knowing where to position your ultimate as well. Your composition, I definitely think you do not find yourself pushing first versus their comp right away. You must, like we mentioned, yeah, you want them to make a movement first and then later punish. Yeah, okay. You did kite though. You see that? Yeah, you did kite. It's just maybe it can be better, but sure. Okay, let's watch a little bit more. It's just ideal with micro. Yeah, what? Because I think the macro wise, you did do that. Yeah, what do we need here? Maybe it's just better. Again, better cooldown usage, but how you could achieve it? Well, maybe you can try to fake rotate again. Yeah, pretend you start walking in and then walk backwards, for example. Again, I think speed reading is quite helpful in this. Really, it's kind of similar to what you did back in the days. Well, even now people run Lucio. Yeah, you can go in and then pretend because you're going in one space, you can go in another. Might work here actually, because
I
this
see,
way.
spreading out.
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, like having less people on one choke here. We don't have any off angles held. We're all fighting the same lane. Maybe having the Brig and the Cass going left side, or like taking some attention away from our Orisa. Is that what you're saying?
This can be done this way, yeah. So you have a movement. I think angles wise, you definitely need to take advantage of that more here. But there's a thing. They also have quite a lot of mobility with their comms, so I don't think you can look for angles which are too far away from each other. It's gonna be tough, I think, to support you guys. But when you're moving in, it's good to take angles, but your angles are gonna be softer in a way. Softer, what I mean by you need to be probably closer to each other if you're fighting this mobile characters. There's Venture, Genji, and
For sure.
Kiri with Lucia. I think might be tough if you go on the D flanks, like the left side.
Mhm.
It can work if we have like options. Let's imagine here suddenly, I don't know, there's a doorway like right here. Yeah, maybe it can work, but in here I don't think you can do much with the angles, at least at this point. So it seems what you need to do is pretend you're walking in, and then later we start kiting, and then you have this fortify ready when they start engaging. You have your wall ready as well, actually, too. Yeah, like walling off here, and then you can kind of just punish them later. I think fortify, yeah, this thing, Juno ultimate, maybe together you can win slightly more better resource war. Yeah. You can have more resources later potentially. Yeah, what do you guys think? Is it something what's resonate, or yeah, maybe there's another solution can be too, but I think rotations is, I like it actually. Yeah, if you can make them rotate and also fake rotation too. Yeah, what's your opinion? Maybe anyone, you guys have any questions as well, anything to mention? What's your thoughts so far? Everything's clear, yeah?
Yeah, no. So
Yeah,
far, it does
yeah.
make sense to me.
Okay.
It's just like making sure we wait out stuff first before
Okay.
just walking straight in.
Yeah. Yeah, let's keep watching. Maybe we can pay attention to individual positioning a little bit more as well, so you guys can just take advantage out of your angles. Yeah, like I mentioned as well. I think this is another part of the planning too. You don't have any ultimates here, but they have two. They have the Junker Queen, they have Venture. What's the planning here?
I think the call was a little mixed up here. I think we wanted to play top left bridge and absorb their walk-in, force them to use movement abilities to close the gap on us.
Mhm.
And then we kind of fell back into Brawl, like if we were playing Queen, we'd want to play where their Queen is. Because again, we mainly would be playing Queen until this week. And then it was just like we need to back up, and then it was just like too late. Like the fight had already started, and we just kind of got mixed up on positions.
Yeah, because this is what it feels like. Yeah, you have this one, this angle here. Well, the close range Reaper, and then there's another close range
Yeah.
guys in there.
I switched off Kree to Reaper. Should I stay to Kree, or is there a better pick, or is Reaper fine there?
I think
I didn't feel like I did anything on Reaper.
to be honest, the way your comp runs, I think Cass might be Kree might be better because of the how you can provide more poke potential before, and
I ended up
just
switching back.
I think with the Cass, that's why I might feel like, okay, a Cass is a better way because you're looking to engage second. I'm thinking, why not? You can punish them after they done with mobility. They moved in, okay, you can use the nade later and maybe punish their angle, whatever is moving in. With the Reaper, it can work, but requires strong setup. You have to be really making sure it's synchronized with the rest of your team, being more sneaky probably too. It's just once they done movement, and then maybe you start punishing them, you start moving in as well, and punish their backline. You're gonna be clearing. It's definitely, you're not gonna be engaging first as a Reaper, in my opinion. You need to be catching them later if you decide to play him.
Yeah.
Most of it is
that
just
the same with Tracer? Are you engaging second, or should you be engaging first
Tracer.
backline?
Tracer. Okay, with Tracer you have more mobility.
You with Tracer, you always harass backline if you can.
Mm-hmm.
You're never like out of the fight unless you're like grabbing many or something. You're just like making them either look at you,
Look around,
or if they're
yeah.
looking at your team, they like your team. Well, if they look
You're
at your
turned back
team,
too.
you're getting more value. If they look at you, your team is getting more value, and you kind of want to just be in that like middle zone, you know. Unless you can find a pick, you can go for it, but playing your life is a lot more important on track.
Yeah, I would agree. Generally speaking, you're gonna be really a lot of time, especially versus their type of composition. Yeah, we can split their resources, try to live in the back line. Yeah, Tracer, whenever you got more mobility, it's always how do you first of all, get in a position which allows you to use mobility, mostly flanking options there, I'm thinking, and then make them look around, try to live. You definitely cannot invest too much unless there's a clear, let's say, clear advantage. Yeah, maybe there's somebody's frozen. Okay, I can invest a lot and try to kill them real quick, but mostly, yeah, it's harassing, I think.
The
Okay.
thing
Yeah.
against, I feel like against this comp though, like you wouldn't go Tracer because they go so fast, and
Yeah, I
Finisher
wasn't
Fury can
suggesting
tag
that. I
you.
was just
Yeah,
asking in general.
Yeah. Exactly. Mobility again. Yeah, what we talked about before. It can catch you, I think. If you take this deep angles, and on Tracer you do want to take deep angles, but you might be.
I think I just go for kills too much on Tracer instead of just staying alive.
I agree.
It's okay. Okay, let's see. What we okay? So it seems like a little bit of messed up the wall engagement there. Yeah, you probably your plan. Well, your position ultimately. What you guys should be doing there. So how do we solve this one? They have two ultimates.
Probably just playing top.
Just playing top, I think. Yeah.
You cut out.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, I think you just have this angle. Okay, so who's gonna be on top exactly?
So it would be me, Reaper, or in most cases Cass up top with with Flux and Hamilton at the ramp to
Mhm.
bridge to deny the walk onto our backline.
Mhm.
And then we just look to absorb that engage and then speedering into something else. Because they have to walk into us, and we can keep backing out if they really hard engage.
Keep in mind, actually, this idea still is, if you do this, still, if there are options for you to take softer flanks, like for instance, you have Reaper, I definitely think you can play in the angle. Maybe you run Cass as well. It's kind of same idea. You can take softer angles and just different angles, but make sure you sort of you're able to support each other. So if I have somebody here, maybe I can also, my Reaper is, I don't know, engaging from here later. I don't know. You guys can figure this out. It's just depending on where they go and depending on where you take the fights. But it's just something you can keep in mind as well. I don't think it's also too bad if you have somebody on the angle, especially if the character is suitable for this matter. Okay. Yeah, they definitely have two ultimates there. Want to definitely try to somehow bait them a little bit more inside our space, make them move in. Well, you have the Kiri now as well, actually. Might be easier for your Reaper, maybe, if you're looking for flanky options now. Yeah, what do you do here on the Kiri, by the way, in general? What are you guys looking for?
I think that Grace, you can also you were looking for that, and then I think you were saying that the venture was just being too much for you on break. Was that right?
Yeah, just getting jumped every time.
Oh, okay. So your goal is who do you stay with? Yeah, what kind of angle you support in this case?
I think I usually try to sit in that little top part that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's somewhere better I could be, but that's just where I feel like I should be.
Because I'm thinking why I'm answering this, because asking this because now you might be actually taking deeper angles with something like Reaper, because your Kiri can enable that too. Maybe something to think about as well regarding the planning. Yeah, maybe forcing them, making sure they make a move on us. Yeah, maybe you have this flank option somewhere, and then later you can start engaging. Or it can be other way around. Your front line can just bait them in, and then your flank options. Yeah, if you play around the Reaper, let's say they have an ultimate, then make sure the front line absorbs the pressure first, and then they go. Or if it's other way around, if we want our front line to make a move, I think it's gonna be mostly this group here, 1-1 here, and the second group is in here. Maybe you can, it's just depending on who has big stuff, who has big resources. So I'm looking at this. You have the May ultimate and Orisa. So your Reaper can be like a destruction, maybe, yeah, with the Kiri for the enemy to make a move. You might force point, you might do something here, but yeah, I'm thinking what we can do in this. Yeah, what's your thoughts? But what you can be doing? Just to force an enemy to make a move? Yeah, possibly. Where can you guys go and such?
We probably should have like walked to like left side and gone up ramp. Maybe had
a
our
ramp
Reaper
from
force
the-
point. maybe. I don't know.
Hmm.
Fuck.
So it would be what? Your Reaper start walking.
I'm back.
Your Reaper start. What do you think, Tunnel? Where you want to start with to make sure? Yeah, you do want to make this move as well. Force point. What's your opinion?
I think maybe I TP under after I force there.
Hmm. TP under from where? By the way, where you gonna
From
set
point.
up?
Like as they push me, TP under, try to
Ah.
get value, and then Wraith out to my team.
Okay. That this can work. Yeah, I think you need to. Yeah, you definitely need to put more emphasis then. Yeah, making sure there's a move towards our angle in the Reaper. Yeah. Hmm. Is
I
this
think
a,
we also,
Mhm.
I think we all should not have walked with our Reaper. We should have went.
yes.
Yeah, like
exactly.
Reaper just needs to be the distraction while we walk right side because they do turn on you here and that's perfect. But then they also turn on our Arisa and our
Yes.
Juno because
Yeah.
that's where we all went.
Yeah, have Kiri in here with the Reaper if you want to do this kind of setup. This, let's call it angle A, angle B comes this way, for example, or it can be other way around, or it can be even different, like, yeah, TP in and then stay, go under, and then do something from there. Yeah, but it has to be different angle from the rest of your team, especially the ultimates you guys go with there. Makes it so much easier. I think also. Oh, another idea. I actually got an idea, yeah, because you have the Incro space, you can bait them in, the Reaper, yeah. If you like to use the point under here, you might actually bait them to even chase you sometimes. You might even die,
Yeah.
but it's just the good Blizz options sometimes as well, maybe.
I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Just potentially, something I'm thinking about. Yeah, it's a little bit tough, it's just having the same angle. You really get it bursted here. It's unfortunate, it's fine though. Okay. Yeah, you guys want to watch this one more, by the way, or do you want to look at the second one?
We could.
Look at his
I'll leave that
second
for
one.
you.
I wanna watch Circuit.
Yeah, it's up to you. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
again do the same kind of stuff. Just talk about the planning and see what do you need to do as a position later. Okay, you.
Mhm.
Okay, circuit. Wait, where's that? Okay, I got it. Okay, import code, and we have. Oh. Okay, so it's M1. Okay, this one here. This one is different. I wonder what you guys run in here. Yeah, some poke variation there. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's your thoughts on this one? What's been the struggle in here?
I think a lot of things.
It's just mostly like, I mean, it's a blend of like on this point we just kind of fumbled because we got picked early and we didn't like back up on time, and then this was right with map rework too, so we weren't like we kind of played it like before the map got reworked, like kind of the same angles and stuff. But on second point, we struggled against dive. That was the
Yeah.
biggest thing.
You
They
wanna...
switched dive, and we kind of struggled on like what angles to hold and how we should split and stuff like that.
You want to watch the second point or start with the first one?
We can
I
watch
wanna-
the second point.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
okay,
thinking so
lose
to
this
get the
one.
most value. Yeah. Mm.
Well, hold on. That was on defense, actually.
Yeah.
Did we defend first? Yeah,
Mhm,
yeah. So
mhm.
Yeah, we defended first.
Got it. Yeah, that's where they swapped. Yeah, they go this faster pace composition. Okay, actually, I but probably you can notice the pattern. If you struggle versus dive, you see what you're gonna struggle with in here. What's the pacing of their composition?
Well,
I
we absorb the dive and then we go.
Yeah, sort of
I
similar.
mean,
right?
we like poke them out. Like they're not supposed to be able to dive on us
Yeah.
if we're holding good angles.
Yeah, it's just the extreme, right? It's just the poke potential with your comp is higher. So you have to really prolong this dive engagement even more. So it's similar, the direction, this direction of what you do is similar. You want to live through their dive, but how you do that with the poke is, first of all, poking them out. So see, probably guys can notice the pattern there, and probably maybe, yeah, something you can do with your composition to make sure you live, yeah, live a little bit longer. Yeah, let me start. Okay, so this is when you... Yeah,
we
once you...
switch dive right after this fight.
Yeah, right after here. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Let's see. I'm excited. Okay. So this one is over, and yeah. going for some initial damage there. They go and dive, sure. Faster pace composition there, and yeah, so preventing them to dive, okay? What do you need to look for with your composition, and how do you achieve it as well? Well, it's we mentioned poking.
Early,
Mhm.
early poke with angles. We establish angles.
Mm-hmm. So what your position should be to make sure you poke them out a little bit more.
Yodi, I guess, if
Uh,
in this situation, would probably be playing closer to corner of back wall, like where the palm tree is behind him.
Hmm.
Genji would be the only one this far up, with Widow possibly even being further back than Yodi. Even though we're looking for opening picks, it's just
I think
waiting
I
for
think
jump
we actually
first.
play wider. I think we play far right. At least our back line.
Okay, so you
Here?
think Widow plays top
Like on
here?
high ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, high
Yeah.
ground here. Yeah, right there.
I like this
Yeah,
option
I
too.
think that's fine. And then
Okay.
like Bab can play on angle on either left, or Zen can do that. I think Zen is better on high ground because he wants more poking and angles, whereas Bab can just hold that corner and play safe.
So see, this is gonna be kind of similar idea of you want to, I think, okay, yeah, live and through their dive, but first of all, do so poking. Yeah, we want to poke them. In order to do that, we need to use long sightlines. So I think this option can actually work. There's good long sightline here. And what is important as well, you can take soft angles. Soft angles, again, why soft? Because they run dives. So if you guys play really split and put somebody isolated, I think this can easily be punished. So you have to be careful, especially like the Widow player. Yes, sometimes you might just be, it's okay for you to look for harder flanks, I think, sometimes, but be careful. Possible, but then keep your distance, yeah, making sure we most of the time take soft angles. And I think this high ground might be easier to achieve because now you also stuck them together. It's comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like they're only one jump ahead if we stack on main, and they can just jump directly. Whereas if we play like further away, they have to walk before they can jump. So we just need to play further across angles.
Yeah, I think honestly this works. You know, this can work as well, by the way, but you have to set up differently, like I mentioned. Yeah, then it has to be us going back towards the palm trees and everything. So they have to invest.
Yeah,
not
we
just
would have
one.
to set up further back.
Yeah, but the cart is here, so it's kind of they can just okay. This
Yeah,
guy's
we
are
don't want to
there.
give up space.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're right. Yeah. Okay. So see, it can work in a different ways. Yeah. Definitely, they shouldn't be able to easily, if the monkey is full HP with the bubble especially, and reaching us with the one jump, it's usually problematic. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's harder. You have to be patient as well. You have to be really patient. Once they use their cooldowns, so see this slight micros without cooldowns, such as your rock, your dash as well, it seems, yeah, because of the Genji, you have the Genji, and maybe right click of Zenyatta, maybe your ultimates as well, like window, yeah, we can maybe just bait them in somehow and push. By the way, another idea for you to think about in terms of baiting, a lot of times this is the dive, you can put strong somebody who has a lot of defensive abilities and bait engagement on them. Typically it's your tank, but you can think, yeah, depending on situation. Because if they dive your tank, like let's say your tank is kind of just playing, I don't know, maybe playing towards this angle while you have this angle here, they will be trying to jump the tank and then they can reach you, and then you can just try to kill them. If they're not going on your tank, then your tank can be maybe killing somebody, maybe trying to, yeah, just go into that back line a little bit more. Definitely, this is a good option a lot of times versus the dive. Yeah, this is tough. You see the problem, like with this stuff. It's not just like, oh,
Yeah, the angle is really bad.
What about your cooldowns in there? The rock and the window as well. You see the problem with this?
Yeah, they kite.
Yeah,
Well, we can't like kill anything when they're on that angle.
So you have to be careful, okay? So see, maybe if you even invest in something, yeah, let's say we're trying to clear space sometimes, you can invest more when they already kite, yeah, you can invest maybe something like rock in later, or what that can be, yeah, like Genji Blade again is gonna be tough, I think, even because of the, yeah, just almost nobody will be able to follow. So we want to definitely later, once they move in, yeah, then start doing something. This is where your rock comes in. This is where, yeah, we can do something more. With the window, for example, any way to set it up better? Can be okay to
I think we
maybe.
give space. I think we just give space so we
Hmm.
can play a longer angle, or
Yeah.
either that, or we put a more aggressive angle, and we like our Zen tries to take right lane,
Mhm.
and like we set up a pinch on their right side or
Mhm.
something, where me and Genji are left, and then my Zen like tries to full orb the
Mhm.
the Kiriko or whoever's on the monkey, the Lucio there.
Yeah, see, in exactly, you also want to, if you're setting up display, you definitely need some sort of, how do we call it? You need to control more lanes with your composition, with the long range type of composition whenever it's possible, yeah?
Yeah.
But here we're only controlling one lane, so if you're forcing them to go out somewhere, yeah, you have to be... You have to be ready, yeah. I have to be ready. Maybe somebody is on here, yeah. Shorter range character, maybe like Genji, or yeah, not a longer range character. They can be leaning towards the left side, and then yeah, we can maybe set up something. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, to keep it simple, you just need more angles on the enemy and more poke going before they actually dive you, yeah? It's gonna be really, really helpful. The flux is, it's not bad, I think, yeah, because they didn't west something there, yeah? They wested the dash and then there was the jump. It's just unfortunately, we're kind of low on resources there, I think. Yeah, your buff dies, but it gets value there, though. Okay. It's gonna happen after. We get the touch.
I think we blow up though because they have too many ults. Oh no, I remember this. They give space and then tunnel sets up left side. No, wait. I forget. Did they just walk past me? Yeah, they walked past me and they look
Yeah,
for
and we grouped
primal
is
on
the
back
issue
mine.
here.
Yeah, played way
Yuri
too
and me
stacked.
were too close. They needed to split up.
How do you guys split up in here? What do you guys...
We had talked about having Yodi hold red while
Hmm.
I held bottom left.
Sure.
Um,
Okay. How do you win this fight, by the way? What do you plan around? Yeah, let's put it this way.
yeah,
Absorbing the monkey. We either absorb the monkey, or we make them split, and we find trades, or we can blade too. We like force Suzu.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things we could do.
Yeah. I think but the main stuff you have to play around because you have this one ultimate. Is definitely think about it proactively. Yeah.
Blade.
How do we blade, but proactively again in a way, so we play second. We force them to make a move, maybe combining those previous things we mentioned. You can be like a bait, use a tank potentially can be bait, set up angles again, yeah, like somebody is in here, there, like you guys mentioned. You have to be more split, controlling more lanes, and then later when they start pushing, they invest in cooldowns. You guys can go for the blade, I think. After that, it's ideally the Suzu is wasted. Yeah, they used a lot of mobility, the speed boost as well. It's the most ideal, but it can only be done through more poking. Yeah, definitely two stacked up. Yeah, to keep it simple. So okay, sure. The third point. Yeah, they still running dive. Taking top makes sense. Yeah. Oh, this guy's sneaky there. Okay. He's just waiting, standing there. Yeah, I should have punished him. I'm not sure this is like, okay. He's just, if it works, yeah, sure, but... They really messed up because of how much mobility they have to invest. They actually, I don't know, they just trying to really rush in because maybe the part of it was the Genji. So yeah, you just punish them. You, you can easily play second in there.
They just went way too early. Yeah,
Yeah.
they just went way too early.
Yeah, exactly.
Because their Kiriko's forced to stay card and so they don't have any
Yeah,
resources.
no synchronized for actually, and then yeah, they just blow Lotus. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, so you guys stick in space, and then we have this here. Okay. Almost got
Yeah,
window.
here it's just miscommunication. I wanted to hold
Yeah.
close, but Yodi backs. I
Yodi
wanted
backs
to hold close,
all the way
bait
back.
Kitsune
It's only
or
like
beat.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
To hold close, and
then-
the plan is to do
yeah.
what?
Force an
Force
ult.
out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Force any ult, because I knew that we didn't have ult advantage,
Mhm.
so it's like, okay, we can probably force either Kiri or beat, and if we don't, it's fine because we'll have window for next fight, and we hold more space aggressively. So last fight we'll have more space.
Yeah, so you have to do it if you choose to do this. Yeah, then you definitely have to. What's it called? At least we need more poke potential towards what's going on there. Yeah, we need some sort of more wide angle in this case. Yeah, making sure we forcing out something in a more comfortable way. Because here it seems like the rest of your team is in there. Yeah, I think. Well, this. Yeah.
I think this is fine, no? Like this setup.
The setup it can work, but then my problem is if we run it in and we investing the rock and most of our shield, most of your angles in there they cannot do much, right? This is my problem.
Oh yeah.
You're saying Widow just needs to play wider. Here.
You can I mean, you can do both. I think. Okay, what you can do, because you have, let me think, because there's a BAP window, you definitely have to farm it, right? You have to. I would actually, yeah, because you have to farm it. Maybe lean towards well, your widow can be here. I think your BAP leans towards here, poking a little bit, trying to farm the window, and then your shield and rock. You definitely have to be careful investing it now, like we mentioned before. Yeah, you want to. If they make a move, then we start punishing them. Yeah, if they make a move and they choke, sure, punish them. But now, if you start punishing them here, then your angles they can't help you. Yeah, so you have to. You have to be really careful. So I'm like playing here. Okay, shoot. Okay, don't even use shield. Literally stay in here, and they start making a move. What do? You have your shift. Maybe you have your shield to help you out as well, and you can also rock something as well. But you. You have to be careful. I think investing abilities, especially the rock versus the dive, I think is might be something they can take advantage of right away. Poking is okay, but then yeah, you can also send somebody in there to poke a little bit. Make sure you force out. Yeah, with poking, definitely want to. What do you usually shoot? You usually shoot divers like Monkey and Genji a lot of times, making sure.
Yeah.
Well, forcing out bubble. Yeah, this sort of stuff.
Yeah. I think I shoot monkey pre-fight, and once can't reach him, I try to tag back line and force the soldier or Lucio or whatever to use resources.
Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah. This is what I mean. Like this is a
Yodi
little
just
bit of
drops here.
miscommunication. Yeah, you have to synchronize.
Yeah, because
I mean, I communicated this pretty well.
that
It's
we wanted
just
to
Yodi
hold
didn't
close.
listen.
Yodi went all the way back.
That's
If you
okay.
see, he goes all the way back to the window.
Happens. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably the part of it is not sure. Maybe it was mentioned, maybe it's not. It's just what ultimate we play for, and making sure we do the best thing we can to get that ultimate first of all, and get the best value. And definitely the play is in this case is at least like one more poke value. Yeah, maybe from something like BAP, for example, because you have to play around the window and also flags coming in. But yeah, the flags is on 70%, so you're not gonna get it probably right in the fight. If it prolongs, then sure you might, but 80% is usually enough to get the ultimate. So yeah, making sure you set it up your communication around the most important resource. Okay, to keep it simple, because this is what we have problems with. You can solve it in two directions. Okay, so we put it this way: you either so it might be that okay. Yori and everybody, you have to listen. Okay, we're holding choke and then setting up the pressure in here, or it can also be other way around. making sure we back more. So it's kind of similar to what we explained before. Yeah, like what if we stay here and then we back more in there? Yeah, making sure they cannot reach us with mobility right away, and then later we can put on the window. But it has to be there. You can solve it in two ways. Yeah, it's just it's okay. There definitely some advantage. Yeah, you can take advantage out of the poke and everything there. Yeah, do you have any questions so far, by the way, about what we mentioned and yeah, or everything's clear?
So far, everything's pretty
Okay.
decent. Like pretty.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of curious.
Mhm.
What would you? What does the Genji play for here? I guess he plays for like the like going on the soldier or the backline. But I'm
Mhm.
kind of curious. Would you keep Genji here against this, or would you swap to Hanzo or whatever? Because I was thinking we double sniper, so we play more off angles.
Mhm.
But because we had Genji, I think we swapped to Brig because we can also like tank the dive a bit more and stuff like that. So
Your, I think mostly, honestly, your composition, it depends on what you guys comfortable with, and your Genji player. Let me see, you're comfortable playing Genji, if I'm not mistaken, right?
yeah, Ethan
Yeah.
plays a lot of Genji.
Yeah, yeah. So it can work. It's just how you do it, I think, is the first priority. Well, yeah, if you run Genjis, then it's definitely going after. I think soldier. Yeah, it's a lot of times can be that. It's also can be potentially their dive. Let's say they went in Western resources. Sure, we can find some value with the Genji, especially together with the brick. Brick can back the Genji, enable their short range pressure a little bit more. Booping off divers is also it's good option, but double sniper is more classic. Yeah, I think it's definitely, especially those longer range longer range points, like when we got what, maybe not here, because yeah, there's some short range spaces to work with, but definitely maybe this one here, maybe this one here. It's probably slightly better, but it's not gonna make too much of a difference. Like, let's say, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, it's just the meta picks or just beta picks in general. They might give you extra percentages of value, like maybe 1-2%, sure, but most of your value is definitely gonna come out of what you comfortable with. First of all, yeah. So it's just like 90% of your value really matters. So if you're comfortable on Genji, I think sure you can make it work, but make sure you understand how to play around them, what do you
Yeah.
need to look for sure. It's just different, different style. But how do you retake space on this? What's your thoughts?
Angles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess like we look for like window on high ground or something, ideally. But
I definitely think you guys have to go top there. Yeah, you have to, because there's no way you easily take angles on. Well, if you just go through the choke, or well, most of you like two chokes in here, even slightly uncomfortable, especially with the ultimates we got. Yeah, we need more controlling open space in there, and if we're making ourselves stuck in a choke, and it's really hard. Yeah, even just through perspective of poking. Yeah, if window is one side, yeah, it's gonna be difficult to poke out all of this damage. Yeah, I'm thinking, send some people. You send Bap in there, definitely. And then you can have your tank actually maybe walking through one of these angles and baiting the dive, like I mentioned, forcing them to make a move, and then later you can punish. Yeah, but it's really hard. Yeah, it's really hard for everybody, like your Bap, to walk forward. I think they messed up the engagement there, but it's okay. Yeah, well, what's our plan next? We got the rally. You also got the
Mhm.
you also got the, yeah. Well, it's Genji. Genji is pretty close too, but well, you cannot get it in the fight, but
Yeah, this was
Genji would.
rough.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about this one because we looked over this moment. All four of us turned on Monkey, and I think we should have tried to force the fight on the backline right here.
yeah,
What are you looking
Um,
for in terms of, well, you force in the backline? What do you play around in here?
Primal. Like
I mean,
knowing
we
that
play
they're going
around
to join
rally.
primal. Oh, you mean on our side?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Rally.
It can be
Yeah.
both, right? It's just primal, forcing their primal, I guess, and then also making
Mhm.
sure you rally. Okay. How do you make
Mhm.
it work in here?
Well,
trade
I
back.
used it. Yeah,
Uh,
it's just trade backlines. I used it
Mhm.
defensively to deny the primal
Mm-hmm.
from like walking on our backline, but you'll quickly see what happens because of that. I think I should have just used it aggressively with Max here because I saw
Just going
this
now.
and turned around.
Mhm.
Yeah, just like walk on this for backline
Mm-hmm.
and just
Or
try to
Genji
trade.
too. We
Yeah.
everyone kited for a primal monkey when we should have just traded backline and then looked at
Mhm.
monkey.
Yeah, your Genji has to be with you if you're doing this plan too. You doing similar in a way, like we mentioned, forcing them to make a move. Yeah, maybe most likely they will make a move with the primal because it's their ultimate. They have one ultimate, so monkey jumps in. He jumps in on our space, and we're making a move. And here it's slightly different actually. You're not exactly poking before because it's just the map layout in here and it's the nature of your ultimates. Your ultimate here it's rally, it's a short range. So in this case, you have an advantage fighting close corridors, close range fights. Actually, yeah. I think it's not too bad, but it's situational. Yeah, see, just seeing where we have more power, depending either on our abilities and our primary fire or our ultimates. And ultimates, I think, is definitely it's the priority. Always whenever you see, okay, we got this kind of ultimate, what it allows us to do. Short range pressure, sure, taking advantage of some poke there, sure as well, like these guys, why not? But then, making them make a move, they jump. Yeah, your Genji has to be there 100% and rallying. Yeah, I think that would be good, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I turned to peel for BAP and I just get screwed over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything else you want to look at? Yeah, any map, maybe this part in here as well. What are you guys interested in?
I definitely wanted to see. We had a really good attack. I don't know if there's much to look over, but like, I don't know. Do you guys want to look at the very end of this map after double overtime?
I think the end is probably a pretty
Mhm.
valuable part to look over.
I mean, we saw what we did wrong there. I think no.
I mean, yeah, but it's still we were a little stumped towards the end when it got to like the old fight with
It's
Linda
either
and stuff.
that or we have to look at New Queen Street.
Yeah, I think New Queens is more important to look at because we really struggled on on double FS.
Okay, let me take a look. Okay, code is in here. Okay, 7 G2Q. Okay. Oh, so it's a Brawl team situation, but you have some more poke potential in here with the Mercy and Ash.
It's a joke hover. I think he plays BAP, I think.
Let me see. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, the
We like
direction
to
is
mess with our
similar, it
casters.
seems. It seems like, again, we're playing versus burst composition. They have more mobility compared to normal, something like what we discussed before with the Junker Queen. Yeah, now it's even more mobility. So softer angles, and you need to live, so their dive and some additional poking should be done. Ash, Bab should be doing some poking. Tracer, harass them, make them look around. Yeah, I think you have to. Yeah, what's your thoughts, by the way, Hamilton? What should you do in here?
Just give them back shots and the back lines.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Yeah, because it's interesting. What do you do versus this one? In here. Well, we got probably fighting for their stop, right? Okay, sure. Some poking with Yash, Bab. Okay. They go in. They mess up the engagement slightly, but they still get Wally with the Venture. How to live through in this situation? How do we play second in a way again?
I think
our Ash needs to play wider because she just got cooked in the room. Like if we play wider, the monkey she has coach to wider angle. And we have better. I mean, if we can save our Ashe, that's the most
Mhm.
important thing.
It's
And our Orisa needs to hold higher up to pressure the monkey or
Mhm.
backline more.
I agree. To be honest, it's kind of similar. What you guys want to do on the previous map, it's Circuit Royale. You definitely, when playing versus Dav, we utilize more open space. So we, first of all, can easily kite. If they go on us, yeah, we can advance. Well, it's in this case, can be coach gun. You can also use this, of course, to kite them. And later, once they dive in, you can try to escape. And I think Tracer can also be pretty handy. If they go on the Tracer, they commit, they can start being more aggressive, but be ready for them to make a move. I guess this is the main point. You kind of just holding the space there, and yes, some of the, I think probably tunnel, you have to be careful. What's your thoughts, by the way? Like tunnel, do you agree you want to play wider in here? Would it work, or what's your opinion?
No, yeah, I shouldn't have gone in that room.
I think yeah,
Bathroom.
it's harder. Yeah, especially versus something like those enclosed guys. Yeah, like I mean, Venture and just Genji in general, they can do quite a
Oh,
lot.
no.
Yeah, take advantage out of the open space more versus dive. I think you did kite in a way. They did mess up the engage too, by the way. They didn't synchronize it properly. That's why I think you guys can ultimately win this. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, they're down their tank.
Yeah, pushing the back. You have Tracer on the angle here. Okay, just get into staggers. Yeah, be careful splitting. But yeah, okay. Now the back, you push the point, and again forcing them to make a move. What do you play around? You have your pulse and you have your window, so that is something we can take advantage of. Maybe. Okay, interesting. Yeah, they take the top. Guess rotate.
I get heavy chase.
I mean, it's
Th-
fine
this-
because you
this-
Yeah, I forced
Yeah.
so much
You,
attention.
you see that?
splits,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually worse for you as well, and it works in fundamental way. Well, it could be execution still something you guys can work on at any point of time, but this works because you engage second later. So yeah, you just live. Okay, they go in, make an action. Okay, but you live, and then punish them later. With Tracer punishes this, and then punish this here. Yeah, this works. Why not? That's unfortunate. You have to be careful. So see, this one of the, whenever you're in the pace, remember the graph. The graph is always they go in, we go out, and then we go in after. Yeah, we punish them later. So now it's their time to make a move. Basically, you have to be careful at this time because now you stabilize. So use a tracer. Once you got this, okay. Of course, ultimately, fundamentally, you still be slightly pushing, but you cannot commit right away because they got mobility. They got what? They got Diva boosters back. Did they have Genji? Probably they should. Okay, they used it, but yeah, they have most likely in this points of times they will have their cooldowns back soon. So you have to be careful with committing, I think. So probably, what's the play with the Tracer in your case? What do you?
I don't know. I thought we were still going in, so I just went in as well.
How can you communicate those times when you're not actively going in? Let's put it this way, yeah. Because now my problem is, yeah, why you cannot exactly commit, yeah. Because we mentioned we have this downtime, yeah. What is based on? Well, the ring is down, for example. It's not allowing us to exactly maybe go in a more comfortable way, yeah. And the graph, yeah, the graph is they want to engage you soon. So I'm thinking, how can you communicate together as a team and know when to stabilize? Let's put it this way, yeah. I think this is gonna might be the struggle when you have the long fight, especially, yeah. You punish them maybe after the engagement, but what do you do after with your communication to make sure you're on the same page? What's your opinion?
I think we've taken our win, and we just need to hug corner, stabilize, and wait for an engage on them because we can't do anything.
How do you say it, and what is gonna trigger you to communicate this? This is my question, I guess. What's your thoughts? Because in here it might not be clear to everybody, especially Tracer. Okay, Tracer is gonna be flanking a lot, and they don't know exactly what you guys up to. Like, and they said it, yeah, as well. They still think you guys going in. They didn't see a lot of the stuff, and it's okay to be honest. So how can you communicate it together to the Tracer?
Maybe just calling like stabilize, I guess. I don't know. That's
What
the
is
only thing I can
based
really-
on? What is based on? What do you pay attention to? So you stabilize. Let's put it this way.
I
Hmm.
mean,
What triggers you to say it?
cooldowns,
What kind of cooldowns?
like defensive
Ring,
cooldowns or
ammo.
like the
Mainly.
offensive cooldowns.
That's what I think. Yeah, if you play second, your stabilize point should be around those defensive cooldowns, and the person. I think yeah, it's okay if the person don't have the cooldowns, defensive cooldowns available. It's okay for you to say so. Juno in this case, or Rissa, your Fortify. It's okay to say, guys, let's stabilize, and of course you can discuss. Yeah, maybe you don't want to stabilize depending on the situation, but yeah, you definitely have to communicate this to your Tracer, maybe somebody else, but yeah, communicate this so everyone is on the same page whenever this happens. I think because yeah, it might be tough. Might be tough to exactly know for everybody. Well, what should we be doing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a point. Is it clear enough or?
Yeah.
Yeah, and on Trace, obviously, on you, Hamilton, it's also to watch out when you done something. Yeah, something big happened, maybe. Still, we got a kill, we forced out something. It's a big cooldown. You have to look around, confirm, maybe even ask your team, are they ready to push just in case? If you done the engagement, yeah? If you made this one graph, like peak value, yeah, you went in, okay, but then you have to stabilize a little bit longer. Be careful, yeah? Make sure here you scout the information somehow. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I see that we have some minutes left. Maybe it might be a good time to summarize everything. We got quite a lot of stuff actually, so want to make sure we write it down and just have it in the notes for you guys. Yeah. Yeah, do you want to summarize this, or maybe any questions about this map in here as well?
I mean, I think we're. I don't know. I don't want to speak for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any. I mean,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's okay.
How
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know.
And well,
How do
Mhm.
how do I get my team to calm a bit more?
well, you guys again with this, you have to you have to solve it in a way like mostly, yeah. Okay, there are a lot of rivals. So what I'm thinking, the main point is if you're trying to be proactive with your ultimates, with your cooldowns, you saying what are you doing exactly, when you're doing it, and yeah, just answering your questions. What do you do, when you do it, and where you do it. I think it's gonna be easier to be on the same page, and communication-wise, just have to understand why. Yeah, what are you looking for? Yeah, what communication is for? Is to make sure we get high value in the fight. Yeah, maybe sometimes the one part is some people, a lot of times they have trouble in understanding why I have to communicate this if it's just it doesn't make sense. Yeah, like why I can say like a lot of things, but it's just not why do I have to do that? But once there's a direction, yeah, you understand, okay, we're looking to do this kind of play and this kind of plays, like in this case, by the way. Your fight could be solved the other way around as well. You could be saying, guys, we play for BAP window. Okay, maybe it's not the perfect plan, but we play for BAP window in here. And then because everybody knows that plan, then we're trying to contribute to that area, and maybe Tracer will not go in that deep anymore. Yeah, maybe. So it's just, I think the big part is, yeah, understand, making sure you contribute to the big plan picture with your communication. Everybody, yeah, you you have to definitely be proactive. Don't be afraid to do so. There's a lot of stuff about communication. We can talk about it later too, a little bit more, but yeah, maybe if you're gonna have any specific questions as well, you can always message me, because this is complicated. Like how to exactly get somebody to communicate. There's a lot of a lot of aspects for sure. But I think starting with what we mentioned today can be quite helpful. Yeah, a lot of this stuff. Just knowing those trigger points. Yeah, knowing when you guys do something, when you're rotating. When you're trying to exactly do actions, yeah, with your composition, because your composition gives you direction. Your composition gives you direction initially. It tells you what to do in the fight, and later you can think about what you do with your cooldowns and ultimates, and yeah, this way becomes easy for you to just control the map. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe any other questions as well, or
No.
No, I'm set.
Yeah.
Anyone have
Yeah.
like map specific questions or like matchups or anything?
Um,
No.
I mean, not really. The only thing is just like, is there any like other
Mhm.
heroes that like maybe we need to be considering into these matchups that we're struggling with, such as the Queen comp, such as
Mhm.
this like Diva Rush comp?
To be honest, and yeah, I'm gonna again say it again. It's really important. Like I'm on the side of that any character can work, any type of comp can actually work, even non-meta a lot of times. But what matters the most is you guys being on the same page and understanding what you do, the quality of your plans. Yeah, so just making sure you have the plan. This is one. Another is quality, quality of your plan. You might not have the perfect character, but if you guys comfortable on that, it's better than running meta characters. I wouldn't consider.
So,
Mhm.
so what you're saying is
No,
I can
no,
play
no,
Widow
no,
on any
no,
map and it
no,
can
no,
work.
no.
I mean, again, it's
You
just
went.
I don't know exactly the structure of your team and what you guys comfortable with. Because again, if you have the structure where it's different, so if it works, then keep it this way. But
Oh, it works.
yeah, exactly. It's just
It doesn't work, bro. Comp is not a example to go after, Dental.
you,
Alright.
you guys can definitely
We can try more Widow for sure. It's just not every map, you know.
because the thing is, any the most teams I've worked with, yeah, the biggest struggle is always making sure you have the plan. It's never been, oh, they not run a meta character. That's, okay, this is just crazy. Yeah, of course it works well. I mean, at some degree, obviously it affects your play, but it's not enough of a degree like. Compared to understanding what you do exactly in this situation versus this matchup. If you understand it, I think this matters more uh, compared to running the exact meta character. But again, it just depends. It depends on the structure, what you guys been already running. I think really important point about what you guys been doing is if you have a lot of time playing certain composition, I think you rather do that, yeah, invest more resources into just practicing and seeing what works, what's not working, experimenting, yeah. But if you already been practicing one composition a lot of times, I don't want you to suddenly swap, play some other random comp. It's gonna be more difficult, definitely. Yeah, yeah. Playtime matters for sure. Just making sure you have the synergy together. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I think to summarize our discussion today, to quickly go over your plan, I think is number one thing. Plan depends on ultimates, specific abilities, and might depend on specific play as well. You want to make sure you have simple plans, yeah, improve quality over time. That's the usual. But I think the biggest thing we talked about today is positioning. Yeah, you want to see how your composition, the matchups, it affects what you do later. So we mentioned Brawl comp, your Brawl style of comp, Orisa one with Brick versus the enemy. What do we got so far? What are the positional things you have to watch out for?
Um, it's just like if we are in a rush thing, we have to play second. We have to bait out abilities or fake an entry before we can really even fight. We can't just brawl it out against like a rushdown comp because they will just outspeed us and outrun us.
Yeah, exactly. You play. Yeah. Anything
It's
else?
just identifying win conditions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like if you see that they have a rush and you know that your comp is more stable, you play second. And then if you have a rush too, like you're gonna want to play first. You know, it's just whatever your win con is and whatever their win con is, and then after that it's just like nitty gritty stuff. Like if you're playing Malga, you wanna look for Slam. You wanna go first with Slam most of the time. So like it
agree.
depends on the matchup. We need to read
Yeah.
matchups better, I think.
I agree. Definitely read the matchups, the direction, and a lot of what we mentioned today. At the specifics, your Brawl Orisa comp, we mentioned rotations, take advantage of rotations, fake rotation, forcing point. That is another one we talked about. You can also, what we that Reaper angle example. Yeah, how you would call it, like when Reaper TPs in. Well, that was kind of similar. You've been forcing point. It's just, I think, baiting. Okay, let's put it this way: you can bait, can force an enemy team to go on someone. A lot of times it's okay when you're going in second. Yeah, maybe attention goes towards our even even when you versus enemy dive. Maybe a lot of attention goes towards your tank because it's just under the pressure of the enemy divers, and then later we can do something. Yeah, we can start punishing the enemy. If enemy is engaging, you can also kite. That's another thing. Yeah, they engage with kite. Usually ring is good for it. Yeah, in your case, you've been running Juno. Yeah, I think it's good. Poke versus dive. Some other points. We mentioned playing open space. Okay, that's one. Take angles. Yeah, because you want to control more of that open space. Poke divers before. Yeah, I think is gonna be this really important point. Make sure you do that as much as possible. And what else there's been? Yeah, kind of similar points to you playing Brawl, your Brawl versus a Rush. Yeah, making sure when they do the action, you can punish them. Again, those specifics about the ultimates, it definitely matters. Yeah, what kind of ultimate gives you an advantage and where? Yeah, like Brig Rally can still give you an advantage in a short corridors. Yeah, if the map layout also allows you to go, yeah, like with the Genji, for example, you can do that. But the main point stands. Yeah, force them to make a move and before poke them, poke the divers. Okay, I think we got it right. Did we? Yeah. Or did we forget anything or?
No, I think we got everything. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everything's on point. Okay, then I'm just gonna finish those notes and I'm gonna send those to you. Does that sounds good with you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds perfect.
good.
Okay, and you guys can
Thank you very much.
always, yeah, you can always message me too. Direct message me here on Discord or take advantage of the server. And yeah, I'm always glad to answer any questions. Honestly, yeah, it's all good.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I will see you later, guys. Bye bye. Good luck in your games.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.